If you're an exhausted mom, this is one thing your husband desperately needs, but will probably never say it. He'll never ask for it. If you're an exhausted mom wondering why your husband just seems so emotionally distant, you love him, but you quietly resent how heavy everything feels. Or maybe you find yourself asking, why do I feel all this pressure even though he's providing? Just had a client that this has been exactly what she's been dealing with. Well, if this is you, this episode's for you, because what your husband needs from you most might really surprise you, and it has the power to change your marriage. Every husband, whether he's emotionally open or shut down, wants one thing. He wants to feel like he's making your life better. That the more fulfilled you are, the more joyful you are, that all of that is coming because you're his partner. Well, not all of it, but so much of it comes because you're his partner. And when you're overwhelmed or burned out or frustrated, even if it's not about him, he internalizes it. I once heard Alex Hermosi say, men treat life like a scoreboard. And for husbands, a joyful wife is a huge win. But when he sees constant stress, he doesn't get motivated, he gets defeated. Now, I want you to really listen, pay attention. I'm not saying that I want you to fake a smile. That's not what this is. I work with women who say things like this. He works hard, but we're still just living paycheck to paycheck, and I'm tired of feeling like we're always one bill away from panic. Well, you're absolutely right to want more peace and more margin. Wanting breathing room is not selfish, it's maternal. And here's the mindset shift. You can honor the pressure without letting it become, well, how would I say it? Without letting it become a story that says he's not enough. Because when he sees you, that you trust him, and that you really see him and that you still laugh with him, it fuels him to keep showing up. And I want you to know, I am not speaking from a pedestal. I was emotionally abused in an emotional abusive marriage for 11 years with 3 children. And I know what it feels like to be dismissed, to be unseen, to be silenced, and still desperately wanting to make it work. And now I know what it's also like to be in a marriage that's respectful and where you're emotionally connected and there's such real deep joy. So when I say your joy matters, I really mean that. I'm saying you deserve the real thing. And let me say this gently, because clearly, if you're in a marriage where you don't feel emotionally or physically safe, this episode is not asking you to, it's not asking you to pretend. It's not asking you to push through, because your safety matters. Your story matters. You are worthy of peace, not just survival. And I know I was in that survival mode for many, many years. So how do you love your husband when you feel like you're already running on empty? Here are 3 simple ways that will help him to feel like he's actually winning at home. And number 1, be specific with gratitude. Not just, oh, thank you for working, because what does that do for him? But what if you were to say, I know you work hard, and because of that, we're really standing. And even though it's tight, you keep showing up, and that means everything. Number 2, share joy with him before anyone else. When the baby says her first word, tell him first, not Instagram. Let him feel like he's really your partner, your person, your playmate, your soulmate. And number 3, protect your own joy unapologetically. Take the walk, call the friend, breathe for 5 extra minutes in silence. Your joy is not just for you. It's a message. It says to your husband, life with you is good, and I am happy. And it says to your kids, this home is a safe place for you to be. And it says to you, I still matter. Now here's the big idea of today's episode. Your joy is not selfish, it's sacred. Dr. John Gottman, who has done a lot of research on marriage, has found that real emotional connection and shared appreciation predict lasting marriage more than anything. Not conflict resolution, not even chemistry, just those tiny moments of joy shared often. So I want you to picture this. Your husband walks in the door. He expects chaos. He's seen that so often, or he expects tension. But what he sees from you is a soft smile, a beguiling smile, and sort of an enchanting smile. Not fake, just grounded. Grounded because you took time to find your own joy. And in that moment, he feels that he is doing something right. I'm doing something right. I've seen it with some of these young husbands that I have the privilege of spending time with. So here's your invitation. What's one small thing that you can do today that will bring you joy? Not for him, not for the kids, but for you. Bring joy to yourself, because you know what? You matter. You really do matter. And if you are not bringing joy to yourself, you cannot extend that joy to anybody else, let alone to your husband. And the joy is the beginning, everything good. And if this spoke to you, share it with one other mom who needs this. And drop a comment. I'd love to know, what is your one joy-giving act this week? Your marriage doesn't need perfection. It needs presence. And your presence is powerful beyond words. And your presence can either be heavy or it can be light. It can be full of joy. And if you're an exhausted mom who has a husband who desperately needs to know that you love him and that you enjoy him, and that his presence in your life makes such a huge difference, that why would you ever want to be with anybody else?